So I just finished a workout not too long ago, and as you can tell, I'm actually still sweating here. But I was feeling pretty good in my workout, and I got to the last few reps, and I just didn't have it. I was doing a shoulder press. I got to about here, and my body said no. So I did the smart thing. I put the weight down. I walked away, thought about it for a second, grabbed a quick sip, and I came back and I finished my set. Now, that is an example of a physical limit. And we're going to talk about that just for a few moments. When it comes to your physical limits, well, you want to make sure that your body is capable to do what you want it to do, right? So if you are fatigued or you're experiencing illness of some sort or you have some inflammation in your body, well, then you want to maybe not push yourself to your limits. It's okay to maybe work out. It's okay, obviously consult with your doctor depending on your physical ailment. But for the most part, it should be okay to work out. But you don't want to push yourself so hard that your body has trouble recovering. You see, when you have those issues, when you have fatigue or you have inflammation or if you're sick, chronic illness, well, your body is clearly fighting something. So if your body's fighting something or your body's trying to help you get back to 100%, well, as I just said, you're not going to be at 100%. So you're not going to be able to push yourself to the limits. If you do try to push yourself to the limits while your body is trying to recover from whatever your ailment is, well, then you're going to most likely run the risk of injuring yourself or worse, not completing your workout. Maybe actually not completing your workout is probably not as bad as injuring yourself. But at the end of the day, you don't want to push yourself too hard in those times you're having physical ailments. Now, I have a little story about myself when I had a physical ailment. Back when I was running track, post-collegiately, I was competing pretty regularly. Pretty much once a week, I was going to a track meet, and throughout the week, I was training pretty hard. So I didn't really have much of a choice. My goal was to try to be seen by as many sponsors and as many athletes as possible, so I can get my name out there, and so I could do something with track and field. Unfortunately, my body was fatigued. I ended up running track post-collegiately shortly after my college track career. So it wasn't much of a break in between my college career and my post-collegiate career. So my first couple meets, they were okay. And then after a while, it just started going down and down. My time started getting slower. My workouts started getting a lot slower. I couldn't lift as much. I didn't have the same stamina. And I had no idea what was going on. Keep in mind, I was 21, 22 years old, and I really didn't have an idea of what fatigue was, right? You don't get fatigued at 20 years old. So I had no idea what fatigue even could be. I had run for 4 years straight. I had run even before that in high school, never had that issue with fatigue. But come to find out about 5 years later is this thing called adrenal fatigue. And that's real, my friends. What it was induced by was the fact that I didn't take any breaks. I had pretty much right after my college career, I started my post-collegiate career, and my body didn't have time to recover. You don't want that to happen to you. What you want to do is that if you have stresses in your life, if maybe you have stress at home, stress at work, or you're just feeling a little stressed out in general, often, if a little stressed out is one thing, but if you're chronically stressed out, well, that's going to tap into your adrenal system, and you're going to have some issues when it comes to working out and pushing yourself to your limits. So those are your physical ailments that could be an issue. Now, your mental, that's a little bit of a different story. Now, if you're feeling good, if you're feeling really energized, if you're feeling like you're ready to take on the world, I would say go all out, go for it. When it comes to your workouts, the better you feel, the better you're going to feel. Now, on the flip side, if you're not feeling so well, if you're feeling a little off, maybe you had a bad day, maybe it's just something that's going on that just didn't make you feel that good, well, in that case, push yourself. Yeah, same thing. Why do you want to push yourself? Well, let me tell you this. Dopamine is real. It's something that your body creates when you work out. When you have a healthy stress, your body's going to increase your dopamine levels, and that dopamine is going to make you feel better. It's going to make you feel happier. It's going to give you more energy. It's going to make you want to love life. So physical, you probably don't want to push yourself too much. You don't want to push yourself past that limit. Mental, push yourself. Now, the cool thing is that when you push yourself, your limits actually change. One day your limit's going to be here. You push yourself a little past there. That's going to be the next place for your limit. You're going to continue doing that until, well, you get to that point where you really can't push yourself too much further. Now, you want to be careful, obviously. I don't want you to push yourself so hard that in every workout you're wanting to vomit, or every workout you're wanting to pass out. That's really not the key. Again, kind of a personal story. After my post-collegiate career, I still hadn't learned about fatigue. And every one of my workouts was a workout where I felt my eyes rolling in the back of my head and I just wanted to pass out because I thought that was the way to work out. The problem was that I just was never really getting stronger. I was able to do just as much at every workout. My stamina was decent, but I just couldn't get stronger. So you don't want to push yourself so hard in your workouts that you want to pass out, because then your muscles are just going to be so fatigued that you won't actually be able to get any growth. So push yourself to your limits. The thing about pushing yourself to your limits, and that's something that we absolutely believe in here at General Fitness Company, is that you should know what your body is doing. You should be able to feel your body. So push yourself to your limits. Feel what your limits are. Push yourself past those limits, but not too far past those limits, so the next time you can try to get to that next limit. All right, so hopefully that answers your questions about how far you should push yourself in your workouts. I really do appreciate you watching and listening. And if you do have any questions, feel free to leave them down below in the comment section. I would love for you to push that subscribe button down below. And of course, I'd love for you to always keep good company.
That's awesome!